what if I told you that there's a hidden technique capable of transforming your life and manifesting your desires, even when everything seems to fail? Sounds too good to be true, right? But the truth is, the universe responds directly to your energetic vibration, and few know how to command this force. What many call luck or destiny is actually deeply connected to the universal laws that govern our reality. And today, you're going to discover how to access this hidden power and align your frequency so that the universe works in your favor. If you want to understand how your energy can shape your reality, stick around until the end, because what I'm going to reveal could be the missing step to transforming your life. Have you ever stopped to think that the universe we see around us might be a mirror of our own consciousness? Imagine that every experience, every event, every detail of the reality around you is like a reflection of what you believe, feel, and vibrate. Isn't it intriguing to consider that what you perceive as reality might just be a projection of your mind, shaped by your thoughts and emotions? In a way, the universe becomes an extension of your inner self, responding to your intentions and vibrating at the same frequency as your energy. When we think of it this way, the idea that we are co-creators of our reality makes much more sense, doesn't it? This perspective is not just a matter of spirituality or abstract beliefs, but something that is starting to resonate in the latest discussions about science and consciousness. For those seeking to expand self-awareness and understanding of the universe, realizing this intimate connection between who we are and what we see outside of ourselves opens doors to a new way of living. After all, if the universe is a projection of our consciousness, this means we can influence the world around us by changing how we think and feel. It may seem simple, but this internal shift has a massive impact on our reality. Have you ever noticed how, when you're at peace, things seem to flow better around you? When we see ourselves as vibrational beings, capable of interacting with the vast energy network that surrounds us, we become more aware of our active role in manifesting our experiences. The quantum field, a dimension that science is just beginning to understand, responds to our vibrations and intentions. This highlights the importance of raising our vibrational frequency, focusing on thoughts and emotions that align with what we want to manifest. But how exactly do we do that? We'll explore this further later on. But for now, think about the times when your positive energy turned a bad day into something incredibly good. When we reflect on this constant interaction between the internal and the external, we realize that we are not isolated on our personal and spiritual growth journey. In this context, personal development becomes a process of tuning our vibration to the universal laws that govern the cosmos. It's no wonder that so many spiritual masters throughout history have taught us the importance of meditating, quieting the mind, and reconnecting with our inner essence. It is in this quiet space that we find universal wisdom that shows us the path to a more fulfilled and connected life. So, how can we apply this in our daily lives? The first key is being aware of our thoughts and emotions. When you start to notice how your feelings shape your experiences, you gain the power to transform your reality from the inside out. A simple practice, like daily meditation, can help tune your mind to higher vibrations, creating space for spiritual healing to occur and for spiritual awakening to become a journey of expansion. Isn't it wonderful to think that by changing your internal state, you can literally transform the universe around you? And if all this seems abstract, don't worry. Modern science has been exploring this connection in increasingly intriguing ways. The theory of biocentrism, which we will explore soon, offers a fascinating perspective, uniting the concept of consciousness with the structure of the physical universe. But before diving into that, it's important to remember, you're already part of the Tuadari theory. If the universe is a reflection of you, then every internal change is an opportunity to create something new out there. Biocentrism is a fascinating theory that proposes a new way of understanding the universe and our existence. Unlike the traditional view that the universe exists independently of us, biocentrism suggests that life and consciousness are fundamental to the creation of reality. Imagine this. Instead of the universe simply being out there, the consciousness we experience is actual. In other words, the universe only exists because we are here to perceive it. A shift in perspective that certainly changes the way we see everything around us, right? This theory is championed by scientists like Robert Lanza, who questions the materialist view that places matter and physics at the center of explaining the cosmos. Biocentrism places us as the protagonists, where life and consciousness are intertwined with the fabric of reality. Imagine reality as a vast quantum field, where the act of observing, that is, being conscious, collapses possibilities into a concrete experience. This means that reality is not something fixed and unchanging, but fluid, shaped by our perception and interaction with it. Fascinating, isn't it? This idea completely changes the game, placing our own consciousness as the key to understanding everything that exists. When we think of reality this way, we begin to understand why many spiritual traditions claim that consciousness is the creator of our reality. Modern science, with its discoveries in quantum physics, is slowly uncovering what many spiritual masters have long known. We are co-creators of our universe. The theory of biocentrism supports these views, suggesting that the very existence of the universe is directly connected to our consciousness. This also opens a new field for self-knowledge and personal development. Because if our perception shapes reality, then by changing our focus and beliefs, we can literally change the world around us. Have you ever wondered how this applies in practice? Biocentrism invites us to reevaluate the power of our consciousness in our daily lives. Think about the times when you changed your perspective on a situation, and suddenly, things started to shift. Maybe you were going through a tough time, but when you changed the way you thought, opportunities appeared, and things started to flow. This may not be a coincidence. By shifting our energetic vibration, aligning our intentions and thoughts with what we desire, we begin to influence the quantum field around us, manifesting a new reality. Your consciousness is what connects you to the universe of infinite possibilities. Now, think about the depth of this theory. If consciousness is the central point, how can we use this knowledge to further expand our consciousness? How can we develop our spirituality in a way that has an even greater impact on our reality? The answer may lie in how we train our minds and align our intentions with what we want to manifest in the physical world. By realizing that we are, in fact, an integral part of the universe and that our energy shapes reality, we begin to take more responsibility for our vibrations. This means that by raising our vibrational frequency, we can access new dimensions of consciousness and manifestation. And what happens when we combine these scientific discoveries with spiritual teachings? We begin to see a powerful connection between science and spirituality, something that leads us to explore the relationship between. The fusion of these ideas opens up a field of possibilities to better understand how we can co-create our reality and how the universe is, in fact, shaped by our very existence. But this union between science and spirituality has much more to offer. Let's dive even deeper into this relationship in the next point. The connection between science and spirituality may seem, at first glance, like trying to mix oil and water. But as we start to look closer, we realize that these two seemingly opposite areas begin to intertwine in surprising ways. For a long time, science was seen as a way to explain the physical world, while spirituality was always the field that sought to understand the immaterial, the invisible, what lies beyond common perception. However, the boundary between these two worlds is becoming increasingly blurred. And this leads us to question, are science and spirituality in fact two sides of the same coin? Quantum physics has been one of the greatest bridges to unite these two areas. Many of the concepts that were once exclusive to spirituality, such as the interconnection of all things, the idea that the universe is shaped by consciousness, and even the notion that reality is fluid, are now being supported by scientific experiments. Scientists are discovering that at the quantum level, particles don't exist in fixed states until they are observed, which brings us back to the spiritual idea that our perception creates reality. Think about it. What spiritual sages were saying millennia ago is now being proven in laboratories around the world. Incredible, isn't it? This union between science and spirituality allows us to see the universe in a completely new way. It's no longer about separating the material from the immaterial, but understanding that everything is interconnected. In the quantum field, everything is connected in a vast energetic web that transcends time and space. And this interconnectedness echoes what many spiritual teachings have always preached, that we are all one, and that what happens at one level inevitably affects the whole. This means that by raising our own energetic vibration, we are also influencing the world around us. Imagine the impact we can have on the universe when we consciously connect with this truth. Perhaps one of the greatest lessons we can take from this fusion of science and spirituality is the understanding that by aligning ourselves with the quantum field, we can manifest significant changes in our reality. Great spiritual masters like Paramahansa Yogananda, or even figures like Nikola Tesla, understood this deep connection between the mind, the universe, and energy. They knew that thought, intention, and vibration hold immense power to transform what surrounds us. And now, more than ever, we are starting to scientifically understand what they already practiced, that the universe responds to our vibration, and that the alignment between science and spirituality is the key to accessing this power. If you've ever found yourself thinking that these concepts might be too complex to apply in real life, it's time to reconsider that idea. This fusion of science and spirituality isn't something distant, reserved only for physicists or monks. It's present in everyday life, in how we relate to the world and ourselves. By integrating simple spiritual practices like meditation or visualization with the scientific understanding that our consciousness influences reality, we begin to experience tangible changes. It's not something abstract. It's concrete and applicable in day-to-day life. Have you ever meditated and suddenly felt your mind calm down and your perspective shift? That's the beginning of this transformation. And the most interesting part is that we are only scratching the surface of this connection. If modern science is unraveling the mysteries of the quantum field and spirituality is teaching us how to work with our energy, what more can we discover about how the universe works? This relationship between science and spirituality is just the beginning of a much deeper journey, one that leads us to explore the very essence of reality and consciousness. But how does quantum physics really come into play in this scenario? We'll explore that in the next topic. Quantum physics by itself is already a field that challenges our conventional conceptions of reality. It makes us question what we understand as real and shows us that the universe is far more complex than our senses can grasp. When we talk about subatomic particles that can exist in multiple states at the same time, we're entering territory where the impossible becomes possible. And it's exactly here that quantum physics meets the subconscious mind, that mysterious part of ourselves that has a huge influence on our lives, even though we're not always aware of it. The subconscious mind is like the backdrop of our existence, quietly operating to shape our perceptions, thoughts, and consequently, our reality. Just like quantum particles, which respond to observation, our reality also responds to the beliefs and patterns rooted in the subconscious. A classic example of this is the law of attraction. It suggests that by adjusting our thoughts and emotions, we can shape the universe around us, just as observation shapes the behavior of quantum particles. Interesting, isn't it? But it goes beyond just thinking positively. It's about deeply reprogramming our mind. But how exactly are quantum physics and the subconscious mind connected? Think of the quantum field as an ocean of infinite possibilities. In it, everything you can imagine already exists. However, these possibilities only collapse into reality when you observe them, or, in simpler terms, when you believe in them. The subconscious mind, then, acts as this silent observer. The beliefs you deeply hold in your subconscious act as a filter, choosing which of the infinite possibilities from the quantum field will manifest in your life. If you believe you deserve prosperity, the quantum field responds. If you believe the world is a hostile place, well, the universe responds to that too. One of the most fascinating examples of this is the famous double-slit experiment, which showed how particles behave differently depending on how they are observed. This principle can be directly applied to our lives. When you focus your attention and awareness on something, that thing changes shape, as if it's responding to your very perception. If our subconscious mind is like a lens we use to observe reality, then it makes sense that what it deeply believes directly affects what manifests in our lives. Quantum physics helps us understand that our reality is much more fluid than we think, and the subconscious mind is the key to unlocking this potential. So how can we start using this knowledge to our advantage? The answer lies in reprogramming the subconscious mind. Practices like meditation, creative visualization, and even self-hypnosis have been widely used to alter belief patterns in the subconscious. When you meditate, for example, you are calming the conscious mind, allowing the subconscious to open up to new suggestions and realities. Visualizing the life you desire is more than just a mental exercise. It is a way to direct your conscious energy to influence the quantum field. And when your subconscious mind truly believes in something, it makes the universe conspire in your favor. It may seem like magic, but it's pure applied science. We are, after all, talking about a powerful but accessible process. Reprogramming the subconscious mind isn't something that happens overnight, but with practice and consistency, profound changes begin to occur. What we are beginning to understand is that there is no real separation between us and the universe. The quantum field is like a mirror of our mind, reflecting back what we believe and vibrate at our deepest level. The real question is, what do you want to see reflected in this mirror? How can you adjust your beliefs to create the reality you desire? Reprogramming the subconscious mind is one of the most powerful pillars of personal development. It's not just about understanding how the mind works, but mastering the ability to shape the beliefs and patterns that govern our reality. When you truly grasp that the subconscious mind is the key to manifesting your desires, you start to realize that the power to transform your life is, in fact, in your hands. What you think and feel consistently doesn't just influence, but literally creates your reality. It may sound exaggerated, but the results speak for themselves. The first step in mental reprogramming is becoming aware of the limiting beliefs you carry. Often, these beliefs are so deeply ingrained that we go through life without even realizing they are there, shaping our thoughts and actions. But once you become aware of them, the process of change begins. Techniques such as creative visualization, positive affirmations, and even self-hypnosis are effective tools to start transforming these beliefs. Imagine your mind as a garden. Beliefs are the seeds. What are you planting in your subconscious? And more importantly, what do you want to harvest? Affirmations, for example, may seem simple at first glance, but they have a profound impact on the subconscious. By repeating affirmations that align your energy with what you want to manifest, you are training your mind to accept these new beliefs as truths. I am deserving of abundance, or I have the power to create the reality I desire, are examples of phrases that can begin to replace negative thought patterns. But remember, reprogramming doesn't happen overnight. It's a process that requires practice and dedication. The more you repeat these new ideas, the deeper they root in your subconscious, and the faster the universe responds. Another powerful technique is meditation. It allows us to access deep states of relaxation and concentration. Feishi. During meditation, it is possible to send new messages to the mind without the constant interference of the conscious mind. For example, when you meditate with a clear intention, you are creating space for the subconscious to absorb that intention and start shaping your reality according to it. Science has already proven that meditation alters brain waves, leading the brain into a more receptive and creative state. In this state, the mind becomes a fertile field for the seeds of new beliefs. And it doesn't stop there. Creative visualizations also play a fundamental role in mental reprogramming. By visualizing the future you desire with all possible details, you are sending a clear message to the subconscious. This is what I want to manifest. And the most interesting part is that the brain cannot differentiate between what you visualize and what actually happens. In other words, when you visualize something with emotion and clarity, the subconscious acts as if it were already arrived. This way, you begin to align your energetic vibration with what you want to attract, speeding up the manifestation process. It's important to mention that subconscious reprogramming is not a linear process. There will be moments of progress and moments of stagnation, but the secret lies in consistency. Every small step you take toward transforming your beliefs is a victory. The real power lies in recognizing the infinite potential that exists within you and, with that awareness, doing the necessary work to release limiting beliefs and create a new reality. After all, as the great Carl Jung said, until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life, and you will call it fate. Love is often underestimated when we talk about creating reality, but it is one of the most powerful forces in the universe. We're not just talking about romantic love, but universal love, that energy that transcends the ego and connects everything and everyone. When you operate from this state of love, your energetic vibration rises, and that's when the magic truly happens. Love has the power to transform, heal, and manifest desires. Have you ever noticed how, when you're in love with life, everything seems to flow more easily? This happens because your vibrational frequency is in harmony with the quantum field, and this opens doors that previously seemed inaccessible. Intention is the vehicle through which love manifests. Pure intention, guided by love, is a combination that moves mountains, metaphorically speaking. When you set an intention from a place of love, whether to attract abundance, health, or harmony, you are sending a clear message to the universe. I am ready to receive. This is not just esoteric theory, but a concept supported by various spiritual traditions and even modern science, which studies the impact of emotions and intentions on the energetic field that surrounds us. At our core, we are all energy, and that energy resonates according to what we emit into the world. And what are you emitting right now? When we align our desires with conscious intention and the power of love, we begin to see tangible changes in our lives. Think about it. How many times have you tried to manifest something without truly believing it was possible, or without being emotionally involved? Intention alone, without a strong emotion behind it, loses some of its power. The universe responds to the energy you emanate, not just what you say you want. And love, without a doubt, is the highest frequency energy you can emit. This is something spiritual masters like Buddha, Jesus, and many others knew very well. What happens when you combine a powerful intention with the highest emotion? What do you think could change in your life? One of the most effective ways to channel this energy is through the practice of gratitude. Gratitude is simply a way of expressing love for what you already have and for what is yet to come. When you are grateful, your energetic frequency aligns with the feeling of abundance, and this attracts more reasons to be grateful. It's a positive cycle that fuels the expansion of consciousness and the manifestation of your desires. And we're not talking about superficial gratitude, but genuine gratitude, the kind you feel deep in your soul. When was the last time you truly gave thanks for what you've already achieved? It's no coincidence that people who live in states of love and gratitude seem to attract more good things into their lives. When you vibrate at this frequency, universal laws start working in your favor. This reflects in everything: your relationships, your work, your health, and even the small synchronicities that happen throughout the day. This is the power of love and intention. And do you know what's most fascinating? We all have this power, and it's within reach for anyone willing to open up to it. You're already using this power, consciously or unconsciously. The question is, how are you using it? Ultimately, what life asks of us is a dance between intention and surrender. You set your intentions, act in alignment with them, and then trust that the universe will take care of the rest. Love, combined with clear intention, is what creates that trust. It's when you let go of control and allow things to flow that the greatest manifestations happen. Think of it as a co-creation between you and the universe. And just like in a dance, when you stop trying to control every step and simply surrender to the music, the magic happens. Now that you have the key to transforming your reality in your hands, the question is, what will you do with this knowledge? Will you continue living the same way, or will you take the first step toward manifesting your deepest desires? Remember, it's not enough to just know. You have to act. Apply everything we've discussed here and notice how the universe begins to respond to your vibration. Just imagine how different your life could be if you started using this technique right now. So, why not start today? If you feel this content can truly make a difference in your life, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and activate notifications to keep receiving more teachings like this. And of course, leave your like and share this with those who need this message. And don't leave just yet. Watch the next video that will appear on the screen, where you'll continue this journey of transformation. Thank you for being here once again.